Yes, long time listener. Love your show. Hi, guest. How you doing? Yeah, so I'm 35 years old. Been married 4 years to my wonderful wife.
Nice.
We're having a little bit of an issue right now. She goes in my stuff and moves it and does stuff and doesn't tell me, so I cannot find things of my own regularly, like my clothes or something that I've some food or whatever else. And I tell her, please stop. And I say, or if you're going to do it, like, I don't know, you can tell me, you can communicate, just send me a quick text while I'm at work, or like when I get home, hey, I did this, hey, I did this, hey, I did this. And it just happens over and over and over again.
That's crazy.
Despite me asking her to do this. And so, I mean, for example, like I was selling something on Facebook Marketplace, I'm about to meet the seller. I go to where I put the item, which is in a very, in the closet, in my area of the closet, not anywhere obnoxious. It's gone. It's gone. I can't find it. So, it's just, she has to tell me where it is. Or, I was getting my lunch ready this morning, but actually she'd done something with it to give to our kid. And it's fine just to give my food to our kid. I don't care.
Where'd you put my Aquaman pocket pussy?
Yeah. Where's my limited edition? Who is in that? Johnny Depp's, the lady who shit on Johnny Depp.
Amber Heard. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it's like Amber Heard. It's an Amber Heard fucking half fish pocket pussy. Amber Heard with red hair, right? She looked good in that. Free Amber.
It's a pussy with scales. Where'd you put it?
Give my food to our kid. I don't care, but you can tell me. So
I agree with you.
How do I get my wife to actually communicate with me about this? And a little bit of background. She spent before she moved in with me. She spent her adult life with her alcoholic father, who she could do that too, and he did not care.
Yeah, he's just fucking drunk as shit.
How do I get
sipping on her inheritance?
Or to stop messing my
I
stuff.
have a Sandy
or
Koufax
whatever.
baseball.
Yeah. Please let me know.
Okay, well, this is a fucking problem, dude. If you've told her over and over and over again, and it's behavior that stems from a lifetime with an alcoholic father, it's past our pay grade. It's like, this is like what you go to therapy for. Because it sounds stupid, but it's like, look, somebody makes a mistake, someone's annoying, that's fine. You address it, you fucking talk about it. And if they're making an effort, she might slip up and be like, oh, sorry, I was looking through something, I was running late, I looked through your shit, my bad.
Yeah.
And she might, if she's making an effort and it seems like it's getting better over time, even if she's fucking up from time to time, or if she fucks up and then apologizes, the fact that you're getting blown off on something that clearly drives you up a fucking wall.
You're hiding my stuff.
Yeah, it's weird.
Yeah, if you're spending 20 minutes looking for a hat that she put in the cupboard or something like that, it's you can't that's, and she's saying, and you keep telling her to stop.
They keep telling her
that's just that is kind of a borderline sign of disrespect on her part.
It is. Or just not, or just it is kind of disrespectful. You're right. It is, and it's I don't know. Is it just that, are you dirty? Are you messy? And she's kind of tidying up like that. Because if that's the case, then maybe she is annoyed at your behavior and she's being a little passive aggressive back. We don't have the full picture. But if you don't think that's what's going on, because that has happened to me before, where it's I am messy. I'm a fucking piece of shit. I know that. I've always been the problem in every apart. That's also why I loved having roommates, because I'm the piece of shit.
Yeah,
I was always the one that's annoying, but I'm fun. So people would be mad at me, and I'd be like, "I'm sorry, guys," And Eldest would use me as cover, even though he was almost as messy. But it would all get thrown on me.
Well, only 80% of this mess is mine.
As long as Eldest kept it at 49.8% less messy than me, he was good.
Hey man, I never left as many pots in the sink after cooking as you did.
You two are just on the couch and there's 3 Domino's boxes. Guys, what are you gonna do with those? And you're just
we drove our friend to fucking panic attack. She would she would just get, if she had a bad day and it was she would leave, it was messy. she'd come back after a hard day at her hard job, and we're smoking weed, playing Wii tennis or whatever, and it's messier than she left. She would freak. She would freak out on us maybe like quarterly, and then we would just clean all day or whatever.
I know we got to get back to this, but like one thing I'm fascinated by is people's like what their high order is, and we can get back to that. But I'm fascinated when someone's like, I always think about like what is the most you recall you've ever eaten when you're high. Do you ever have something like
this apartment?
Do you have something that's like legendary?
There's ghosts coming out of this apartment. You ask that question, and it's like our old IKEA couch is crying somewhere. This was a fucked up apartment, dude. Like this was like
you guys outdid yourself sometimes.
Yeah, I mean it's even hard to even wrap my head around that. The amount of answers I could give you right now is insane.
Have you done the thing where you do the order, you eat the order, and then you like go to the bodega after?
Sure.
And you're like, I could also use chips and Oreos.
Of course.
Oh yeah, we've had some like 3 seamless orders.
Dude. Yeah.
Let's get the Chinese food. Let's get another thing of chicken tenders that we'll split. Let's order some ice cream.
We would order ice cream for a while, dude. There was a moment, and we've said it before, where like you couldn't keep a clean spoon in this house. Me and Eldis were at a 2 pint a day habit each.
And by the way,
I swear to God,
this story has not changed one bit.
Yeah.
It's been years.
JP has heard this story for years.
Wildly consistent.
Yes.
Oh yeah.
It wasn't. Maybe there's like
not for months.
I'm worried for your doctor. I'm worried for your dentist.
We're talking about at the top. It was like there was 2 weeks.
The red line.
We were like, all right. What are we doing?
The devil's Fortnite.
Is it the munchies too, or is it just like at some point?
Absolutely. We were high.
The munchies will
constantly.
It was munchies. It was just also being like a piece of shit.
We were just completely. The munchies help because it sets an insane baseline for what a meal is to you.
Yeah.
So it's like I'm not full until I've had 3 entrees. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like,
dude, like it's crazy when you're high, man.
Dude, yeah. I mean, there's not even a go-to order we can give you because it was so fucked up. It was so fucked up in here, for real. Like our friends would come and visit from Baltimore, and like legitimately would be like he acted, and it's our buddy Straight George, who people he came on tour with us, but he reacted like if you walked into your friend's house and it was a crack den. Like he was like uncomfortable. He left. He would leave early because he was like it was fucked up.
Well, just turn to your boy and be like, okay, I got 3 large cheese pizzas. What do you want?
Yeah. Absolutely.
Oh,
there was never
no separate from the 3 pieces.
Yeah. I mean, there was never a like we were getting an appetite. We were going fucking insane,
dude. Yeah.
And we were trying everything. It was just like the Chinese orders were crazy. Like
when you
2 full fucking like a guy struggling. It's like 2 double. You know when they have Chinese and it's like they've stacked one. It's like the bag is absolutely full.
The driver like collapses.
He's like, sir, the wheel on my scooter is grinding. I can't make it.
Yeah, dude. I mean, I really cannot give you an answer.
So I did this the other day, and tell me where this falls on a 1 to 10 of your scale. I ordered like 3 rolls of sushi, and while I was waiting for that to be made, I went to this dumpling spot a couple blocks over, got 2 orders of dumplings, picked that up, got them all, brought them back, had that like for lunch.
Oh, that doesn't even register.
That's cute.
That sounds like you just got lunch. Like that's not even. You said 3 rolls of sushi.
Yeah.
That's first of all, sushi doesn't count as food. So let's start there. So like for sushi to count, you would have to get like karage. You would have to get dumplings. You'd have to get 3 of those rolls that have like mayo slathered. Then that's for sushi to be even registered as a meal, right?
Yeah.
Like sushi is purely
it's not a meal until there's like a fried rice on the side.
Yeah.
For sushi.
Yeah. Absolutely.
It brings up something interesting that my friend was just talking about yesterday, and I think it's worth talking about because he says he ordered sushi and he said he ordered $100 worth of sushi to his place.
Easy money. I mean, that's nothing.
But he said. It's more of a question for you guys. Sure. Where he says, if I order $20 worth of sushi and pay 20% on that, he goes, why would I have to pay more if the guy is basically driving, he's basically saying, why would I pay 20% on a $100 order versus a $20 order if it's the same mode of transportation either way?
Right.
Which as like a guy, as like a person who's like, I'm trying to defend tips, I try to tip as much as I can. I was trying to come up with like a better argument, but I was like, just pay more, dude. You know what I'm saying? It's like, do you see where he's coming from?
I kind of see where he's coming from as a former delivery guy. But
I see where he's coming from, because you could argue that $100 sushi order versus let's not say $20 sushi. Let's say $25 of pizza.
Sure.
Like, taking a pizza is way more annoying. Like, if you get pizza and wings and a fucking soda, that's a $35 order. Yeah. But it's way more, and that's a $7 tip.
Pounds
as
per
opposed
dollar.
to like a pretty light bag of sushi that's, $20.
Right.
But
you do feel weird, like, not tipping 20% on $100.
I fully agree with you.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's also the tax you pay for getting sushi delivered.
Yeah,
it's really a kind of a weird thing to get delivered.
It's doing spin-dom stuff to yourself.
And it's like you're
punishing yourself.
Exactly, you're punishing yourself, and it's like, okay, a Bolivian gets $12 extra so that I understand. So I stop behaving like this, and that's okay to me. But I see what he's saying. But it's like, I get, you could make an argument that it's like should be by weight. You should tip more by weight.
I think what he was saying too, he's like, if a guy is driving his food to me, I think he lives in Boston, to be fair. So it's like, where most Uber Eats, he's like, if a guy's gonna drive food to me, he's saying no matter what the weight is, or no matter how much it is, why would the tip be different? I guess he's like, if they're driving it to you, they're driving it to you. It's in the passenger seat of their car.
Mileage
Which, in my
weight.
opinion,
mileage and weight, I think, make the difference, and how much you're going to tip somebody, how much work you have to do when you get there. Like,
that's interesting.
If you're like, if it's a fucking, I got tipped $5 on a catering order one time. I wanted to punch the guy instead of like bring in sterno trays and shit. But if you're just dropping off like a fucking pizza, like $5, whatever, it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
What if you're dropping off 7 pizzas, or what if you're dropping off 6 pizzas that you can carry in 2 hands, but you drove it there, but the price of those 6 pizzas is like $150?
That's where the tonnage comes in. I'd be like, all right, I'd be expecting a little sweeter tip.
Absolutely.
Okay.
And I think fundamentally, it's like, yes, we should have there should be a more equitable system for delivery drivers. But if we're starting to go there, it's like, well, they should just pay these people a fucking living wage.
Right.
And it should all be. So if we're talking about the system being fucked up, it's just some guy's doing math to be cheap. Your friend is doing math to be a cheap piece of shit. It's like, that'd be nice, man, but that's not the world we live in.
Exactly.
And you have $100 for sashimi, you have $20 for the guy who took it there. That's really what it comes down to.
That's what I should have said.
Yeah.
That's what I should have said.
So to tie this
So
back to our
anyway,
listeners-
back to this guy and his grandma.
Beware
Who
of
the
your
fuck is
habits.
this?
His wife keeps moving his shit.
Me just making this the least funny podcast for 5 minutes. But wait. God.
So yeah, I mean, I think ultimately, because again, we're only getting your side of the story. If this isn't some kind of thing where this is a response to your messiness, which like I have seen stuff like this before. If this isn't her tidying up, and be real with yourself. Is that this? You know what I mean? Like, are you messy? Is she just putting your shit around? Because like the point I was gonna make is like that would happen to me all the time when I lived with George, and it was my fault. I left my shit out for so long that he just he would like fold my shit and put it somewhere weird, and I'd be like, "What? That's not where I put that shirt," and I'd get pissed. And I'm like, "Well, he fucking organized my closet because I was taking over so much of the common area. I can't be mad, right? If that's not what's happening here, and it's just like it's a basic issue that you have aired over and over and over again, and your wife is completely ignoring you. That's a big communication problem, and especially if you feel like, and you know, maybe you're right, maybe you're not right, that it's because of her father, whatever. It's some kind of chronic issue. It seems kind of psychological. It's like it's at the very least a problem in your guys' relationship, and so it feels like the kind of thing a therapist deals with. It's like, why do you do this? I mean, it might sound crazy to say it might be worthy of couples therapy, or if she doesn't want to go to herself. I mean, this might just be her needing to figure her shit out. But that's unfortunately the thing. Because if you're just being, this is crazy to think about. But if this happens, and there's a point where this behavior becomes a fucking deal breaker. Like if you're just ignored for every day of your life for years, there's somewhere you're like, fuck you, I can't do this. I would go crazy. So
the ignoring becomes the bigger crime there.
Yeah. It's not exactly. It's not the moving around that's the problem. It's why the fuck are you doing this? I asked you and I'm being reasonable and you've just fucking completely ignored me. And that's what you need to get to the bottom of. Not, oh fuck, dude, it took you a little longer to sell a guy a fucking Louisville Slugger because it wasn't in your fucking, because it wasn't the same spot you left. It was in the garage instead of the closet.
Yeah, and not to pour salt on the wound, but it does seem like if this is a communication issue, there's probably 2 or 3 other situations where you guys aren't communicating like you should.
And that's and immediately, not to blame our friend, but it's like when, like you just said, when there's this kind of communication issue, it's like, is she feeling not heard from you on some level?
Right.
And I'm not necessarily blaming you. I'm just saying that's something to consider, right? Is this just in response to something? Because like I've been in relationships like that too, where it's like you fuck something up, they're avoidant, but they're still resentful, so they kind of take it out on you in a sneaky little way. Oof. And you know what I mean? It's like, could that be what's going on here? And either way, all of this stuff are breakdowns in communication that you need to address. And I think it might be this is above our pay grade. It's a little. It feels like therapy stuff to me.
Yeah. Definitely complex.
I wonder, he says like he has talked to her about it, but I wonder if he's like actually sat her down,
right?
And, like, or
made
if it's
it
only
clear.
Like, why the fuck did you move my keys? I gotta leave right now.
Right.
Like,
That's a good point too.
Is he only telling her to stop in the moment, or is he like actually sitting her down and like talking about it as a pattern, not just like reactively?
That's a great point.
An isolated incident.
And if you do talk about it in therapy, they're probably going to tell you to use like "I feel" statements or stuff like that. Like make it, gently put it like, "Hey, it makes me feel pretty bad when you don't take my suggestion." Like,
when I tell you this bothers me, and you just kind of steamroll me. But that's a good point, Elders. That's a good point. It's like, when you say you've talked about it, is it like right after, like, hey, can you please stop doing this? I'm fucking running late. That's not talking about it. Sitting, being like, and not even, you don't have to fucking sit there, but it's like, you could just be having breakfast, having coffee in a spare moment. Like, hey, why do you keep doing that? Like, it makes me feel kind of like, you can even be like, are you even aware that you're doing that? Right? Because unless you've made it clear it's something that bothers you, she might not even know she's doing it. So, maybe we don't have to jump immediately to fucking couples counseling if you've actually, unless you've really had serious conversations about it over and over again. Mm-hmm. But good point, Big Eldo. That's what we get. That's why we need a married man on the podcast.
I'm always the one that's like asking my wife like where anything is, even if it's like the most obvious shit. I'll ask before like even thinking the look. So I'm like,
she probably loves that.
so I'm like, I'm like, hey, this doesn't sound that crazy. It's getting put away.
Yeah, some men like to have some autonomy after marriage, Elders.
The Ralph Cramden. I love it.